YouTube fam, Sinista Supreme Team, what is happening? What is going down? How are you cats feeling today? Check this out. Today's unboxing assembly review will cover the Foam-Flite Medium Pro Airplane Stand Kit. I bought this stand to store and transport my Aero Scout S. I'll pop a card up to my previous unboxing assembly video here so you can check out the Aero Scout S. Before we bust open this package, you know what time it is. Cue up that intro footage.
Sinista Productions.
Welcome to my channel. You know me. I am Jay of Jay Sinista Productions, currently still, but hopefully not for long, a fledgling YouTube channel looking to provide yet another vector on various subject matter, such as casual cycling, radio control, and product reviews and unboxings. I have a few projects in the works, so consider subscribing to my channel to keep up with all of my latest video releases. So, let's jump right into this video. And a disclaimer up front, my allergies are kicking my tail right now. So if my voice sounds weird or odd or there's some sniffles here and there, it's because of those damn allergies. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and talk more about what's inside of this box. So I purchased the stand that's in this box directly from the folks over at Foam-Flite.com. As I stated previously, the main reason for this stand is to provide me with a means of safe transportation to and from the airfield and a way to store my current airframe when I'm not flying or when I have to work on it. I opted for the kit version because, quite frankly, it's cheaper and it's also fun for me just to put things together. So this was the best route for me. Currently, you can obtain this particular kit for around $57.99, or you can opt for the same stand pre-assembled for $89.99. For smaller airframes, they also offer a kit version for about $40.99, but currently they only offer 3 variations of this stand, but I'm sure in the future more stands will be added. Here's a little information on their stand lineup. The Pro Stand line, which is what's in this box, includes larger star knobs for a stronger hold on the stand, as well as thicker wood and a base that angles for easier access to the bench. The stand is made out of wood. It's plain. You can stain it if you want to your color, but I may leave mine in the standard color it comes in, the natural wood state. But again, this is wood with all metal hardware to secure and fasten the stand together. Here's some quick background info on Foam-Flite, which comes directly from their website. And first and foremost, number one, Foam-Flite is a US-based, family-owned company located in Mankato, Minnesota. If I pronounced that wrong, let me know in the comments down below. They also design and produce as well as manufacture many of their products in-house. They offer many other supporting products and they source these products from all over. I've already laid down enough jibber jabber. Let's get into the unboxing and the assembling. I know I stated earlier when I first started the video that I was going to leave this natural, but I decided against that midway through cutting out all the pieces. And if you do have a side cutter and you've ever worked with any type of plastic models where you have to remove the spars from the plastic, removing these wood pieces from these cutouts is the same way, and it's much easier with a side cutter, removing the wood spars from each piece. And speaking of that, before I go on, keep these pieces right here. Keep the scrap wood. That's what I mean to say. Keep this scrap, because lo and behold, if you do happen to break or lose or damage a piece, you can go back to this, use this as your outline template. You already have the correct thickness, and recut your wood or from another material to replace the broken piece. So keep this scrap wood for as long as you feel you need to. It will come in handy later. And again, like I had started to say, I'm going to go ahead and spray these with a little clear semi-gloss polyurethane just to give it a little protection and a little bit more color. I know I said I wasn't going to, but again, midway through removing all these pieces, I said, why not hit it with this poly and then put it all together. So that's what I'm going to go do now, is put a little poly on these, and then once done and they're dried and cured, we'll get back to the assembly phase of this video. Stay tuned.
2,000 years later.
We are finished. It is day 2 of this assembly and unboxing, and as you can see, all the parts are finished. I know in the beginning I said I was going to leave it natural, but I did decide to go ahead and give it a coat of paint. I spray painted first in black, and then I ran out of black paint, so I went ahead and did another top coat of this green camouflage, so that over time, if this green starts to wear away, it's going to look like a worn old military Jeep maybe from the Army. But when I pulled this away from my painting surface that I was using to hold the pieces, I was a little too fast in removing it, didn't let it dry enough, or had it sitting wrong, and some of the green paint peeled away. So we'll see how it looks. And speaking of that, depending on how this looks once I'm finished putting it all together, I may do one of two things. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't like it, I'll purchase another one, leave it natural with maybe just a coat of polyurethane, and this one I'll raffle to you all to win. Cheap for the chances that you can buy. I'll determine that later at the end of the video. But if you'd like to have this to use for your plane stand, it'll be already assembled. I'll put the details in the description below, and maybe I'll raffle it off. Maybe I won't. We'll see at the end. So enough talking again. Let's go ahead and jump right into the build portion. Sinista Supreme Team, we are finally finished with the assembly of the Foam-Flite Medium Pro Tabletop Airplane Stand version 2. Simple install, follow the instructions, make sure you read everything, use epoxy or a super glue in places where it's needed, and it'll be a very simple, easy install. Now, before we close out, let's go ahead and set the plane up and see how it looks with an actual aircraft in the stand so you can judge whether or not your airframe will be suitable for this stand. Stay tuned. All right, here it is, Sinista Supreme Team, the finished stand. I've got my Hobby Zone Aero Scout S mounted in what I would consider a transport mode with the wings on. Now, when I do transport, I'll take the wings off and stow them horizontally, but it fits my airframe perfectly. Still tons of adjustability. It's kind of hard to get the whole airframe and the stand in one shot, but I'll take a few still shots and post them up now while I talk more about the frame. Again, there's tons of adjustability. Just before you do any of your adjustments, loosen all the knobs. Make your adjustments from front to back or back to front, one knob at a time, so that you have it where you want it, and you'll be done. Pretty simple to put together. You got to follow the directions. Take your time. If I were to do this over again, I would not have painted it, because painting it changes the thickness of each part just by a little bit, and it makes fitting the parts together in their corresponding slots a little bit more difficult, whereas if I had left it plain with no paint whatsoever and maybe just a little polyurethane. But all in all, I like the stand. Am I going to keep it? I think I am. I think I'm going to keep this stand, and I won't do the raffle because I don't want to redo everything I just did to put this stand together. And from the little mistakes that I did make, I don't want anyone to receive a product that is not 100% perfect and to their satisfaction. Would I purchase this if I were you? Question number one that needs to be answered. If you have any skill at putting together any type of model, be it plastic models, Gundam models, airframes, RC cars, whatever, this should be a snap for you. If not, maybe you should stay away from building a kit and just buy the prefabricated, already fitted, put together kit so that you know what you get is in working order, it's perfect, and it's put together by those who understand how to put it together best, and that's the manufacturer. Price point, the kit's worth the price. You just got to invest a little bit of time, but all in all, it's a great stand. So I'll leave you with that. If you like what you saw, just leave some comments in the bottom. If you're planning on picking up one, let me know what you plan to get, whether it's kit or pre-assembled, and if you chose to paint it. As always, thanks for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This was a 2-day project only because I didn't really take my time like I should have and plan ahead with some of the parts and pieces, but in the end, it came together well. I am Jay of Jay Sinista Productions. Leave a comment, like, thumbs up, share, subscribe with your friends, and as always, it's time for me to now exit stage left.